let's try that. Can you hear me now? I still had my mic muted. Where's my cap? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Try that. Can you hear me now? Still had my mic muted. What the? Hang on a sec, guys. I must have more than one. Bear with me 1 second. I've got a lot of feedback. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What? Hang on a sec. I must have more than one. Bear with me 1 second. I've got a lot of feedback. What? Ah. Right. That should have cued the feedback. Help. Sorry, we will get going now. I'm so professional. Oh, for God's sake. Right, awesome. You can hear me completely balls and everything up. Yeah, I've muted the stream on YouTube now, Radical. Thank you, mate. Oh, for God's sake. Good, this, isn't it? And I was so well prepared beforehand. Right, where's my... There I am. Hello everyone. Welcome to my second live. Is my mic volume okay? I'm assuming it is because you can all hear me. I just don't know how well you can hear me. Anyway, I've got absolutely nothing prepared. Yeah, thumbs up. Yeah. Conspiracy Cats, hey teach, how you doing? Right, so who've we got in the house? Participant, oh my good God alive, I thought hardly anyone was going to turn up. Have we got any flat ads in? That's the question I always like to ask. No. Doesn't look like it. Anyway, I want to start off with a couple of things because, like I say, I've done very little preparation for this. I just thought it would be good fun to go live on a Sunday night while my wife watches wife programs on the TV. I'm not really sure if I want to do this, but I'm going to, for full disclosure. I realised that I did make an error in Friday's D-Marble video when I was talking about the rotation speed of the Earth, and I wasn't actually talking about it. I was reading it from a website I found, and I said let me just check my notes. I said 1.667 kilometers an hour. Now I do realise that was a really stupid mistake to make because it's 1,667 kilometers an hour. But the screen I was reading it off, I couldn't tell if it was a comma or a full stop, and I obviously read it wrong. So, soz. Maybe my science isn't quite as red hot as it should be, but you know, what can you do? So that's that out of the way. Because I always manage to balls up my Patreons, each and every one of which I'm very grateful to have, I've decided to put them continuously going across the top of the screen. It's the first time I've done it, so I hope I haven't balls that up as well. So to each and every one of you, a thank you. What else did I want to say? Who watched Radical's live stream last night? Raising money for Marvel Girl. Probably the hardest working moderator throughout the whole of our community. It's really difficult to keep an eye Don't worry, it happens to the best. Are any of the moderators in the chat willing to field questions for me and send them my way? Turquoise Laura or Radical or Anti-Flatter, could you do something on Discord for me so I can confuse myself even more and have yet another screen to look at? Cheers, guys. Right, let's have a look at the chat. See who we've got, see who we can say hello to. Video Pirate, Daryl Shields, Woody UK, Flatards are too busy coming up with theories as to what you were saying when you were muted. They'll be along soon. Yeah, Flatards love me. Which is why I think I get nowhere near as many mean comments as Fight the Flat Earth and everyone else. Canadian Thomas, how are you, sir? What's a great idea? Going live on a Sunday night with absolutely no plan? Probably not the best idea I've ever had, but what you gonna do? I like to live life on the edge. And he's on a mobile. Yeah, that's okay, Anti-Flatter, no problem. It's just I don't want to keep looking over at the chat window, which is on a separate monitor, because I've gone all posh and high-tech. Yes, please, Turquoise Laura, if you wouldn't mind. Justin Lawrence, Creaky Blinder, you rock, bro. Hey, bro, I'm trying to be down with the kids. Look what's back. My subscribe sign. At the request of Fight the Flat Earth. Dan Palladino. Oh my god, I'm already losing. Plans for the week, just do it. Plans are for the week, just do it. Ah, right, yeah, I see you. You crazy Dutch bastard. What was it? Shizer. Right then. Are you on the... I don't know. Am I quiet, Radical? Is that better? Oh no, please don't complicate it anymore. How do you do that magic? Add in 7 minutes, doesn't do it in the... I have no idea what's going on at all. And so far I am aware that I've said absolutely nothing. Where's me notes? Congratulations to Brainy Beaver as well. I don't think he's in the chat, but he's past 1,000 subscribers, and we had a live stream on, was it Friday? And I stayed up late like a big boy so I could join in. I still have to watch Christ Puncher. I still have to watch Behind the Curve. Yeah, as do I, mate. I must be the only Globe Earth channel that's not watched Behind the Curve yet. Has the sound improved now? That was German, mate. Oh, was it? But Goldmember's a crazy Dutch bastard. As are you, Radical the Unhallowed Knight. Right, okay. So that's my notes done and dusted. Beaver is kissing ass at home. Oh dear me. Right, quick puff to compose myself. Right, who wants to start with the questions? Make them good. Hiya, Adam L. Silly questions will get silly answers. Good questions will get slightly less silly answers. Max Mac, why do you give up? What's wrong? Dan Champion, do you have a topic for today? Absolutely nothing. I was hoping that my wonderful subscribers would fuel the live. Hopefully I'm not wrong. Hiya, Jen Morgan. I saw Clear Cognition in you earlier on. I don't know if he's still here. He asked what the topic was as well. So maybe he got equally as disappointed when I said there wasn't one. Live chat. What is your favourite vape flavour? I change it all the time, Timothy Morris. And at the moment I am vaping marshmallow graham cracker. And it's yummy. Talsanai. No. You're Welsh and you were in the stream, the Team Skeptic scheme the other night, and none of them could say your name properly, and I did try to tell them what it was, being a fellow Welshman, but nobody wanted to listen to me. I don't like rugby. I must be the only Welsh man that doesn't like rugby. I apologise. I don't apologise, I just think it's crap. Is the Earth a cube? Could be. It can't be any less plausible than it being flat, so why wouldn't it be a cube? No, of course the Earth isn't a cube. It's an oblate spheroid, as we all know. Right, let's have a look at the question. Sorry if that just blasted your ears out. Rabbit X, hello Rabbit X. Roy C, what's my favourite film? I'm a Star Wars guy. I think I said that last time. Right, what's going on in Discord? Hopefully it'll be some questions. General chit chat. No. Damn. Damn. What got me into this? From Gary Pooh. I don't know. I think just stupid people generally bother me in real life. And I was making 1 or 2 YouTube videos, nothing, like I only launched this channel, I think it was August or September of last year, and I literally had less than 50 subscribers, and I was purely doing it for fun, as I still do now. And I stumbled across the video of Nathan Thompson talking about having the biggest flat earth group on Facebook and how awesome he was, and I thought, oh, I'm going to make a video about that. Flat Earth is as ridiculous as anything else I'm talking about. And it just sort of spiraled from there. Hollow Earth Talsani. I've actually got a video coming up on that. Has anyone seen the Marvel Girl pointed them out to me? Big head scientists. Have a look at them on YouTube, on the tube of the U. It's absolutely ridiculous. You mean flurfers are stupid? Yeah, they are. And the more into this I get, the more I'm believing that there is no such thing as a flat earther. None of them, I'm convinced, truly believe that the earth is flat. I know some of the other creators will disagree with me, but I've been married for 26 years, so I'm used to being disagreed with. I really think that it's funny because they all call us shills, paid NASA shills, it's their favourite saying, but I really don't think any of the flat earthers actually believe that the earth is flat. Honest to God, I don't. Honest to God. Right, let me see if I can make this easier for myself by opening Discord on my screen. Right then, now we're cooking on gas. Radical, can you add Turquoise Laura to this as well, so that if she wants to put questions here for me, she can in the same way. I'm going to keep looking around because, as you and everyone else that's watching can see, I'm not very good at going live, but it's fun. Fun. check your Discord. Right, okay, thank you, Radical, Sir Radical of... Right. Oh, for God's sake. On a scale of 1 to 10, guys, how boring is this? Or do you just think it's funny to watch me scrambling around aimlessly, trying to keep control of things? Right then. Mac, what did I think of the Wales performance on Sunday? I think I've just said I hate rugby. It's boring and pants. Sorry. Steve Case. How do flat earthers explain the lack of seeing the southern constellations on a fixed dome when they can't be seen from the northern hemisphere? They haven't really got an explanation for it, have they? Simple as that. How do you like the new Star Wars movies from Mike? Yeah, they're okay. I just like starring. Starring? What? Hello? Testing. So there's somebody just saying boring. Oh, I'm crushed. Oh, boring, not boring. Whew. Okay. Dan Champion, how much air pressure would be needed to support a dome big enough to cover the flat earth? I have absolutely no idea. But questions like that are what they just illustrate how ridiculous that concept is. Is it glass? Who cleans it? I have enough trouble keeping my glasses clean. Who cleans the dome? I've never seen a man with a really big ladder. Tal Sanai, do I watch Star Trek? No, because it's stupid. Sean Hawkins, I enjoy this. Thank God somebody's enjoying it, Sean Hawkins. How many people are watching now, guys? Can you see? It's easier because if I try to change screens again, I'm going to balls it up even more. More questions, more questions. Zach Cooper, who is worse for flat earthers, you or Globebusters? Probably Globebusters, because didn't Bob, or one of Bob's cronies, invest $20,000 in a ring laser gyroscope only to go on and prove that the earth is actually turning at 15 degrees. Really big squeegee. Yeah, it would be massive. But you know what's funny? They say there's no way the earth could be curved, and I may be wrong, you know. I'm always open to admitting I'm wrong, because I have been wrong before, as hard as that may be to believe. But let's assume for just 1 second, just for fun, that the earth is flat. So it's a big round pizza shaped disc. The dome would have to be curved. It would have to be a hemisphere, wouldn't it? A half sphere. I don't know why I find that funny. Maybe it's just because I've got the... I'm not going to say that on a stream in case somebody uses it against me. Oh, first super chat. Thanks. Generally Shady. Are you related to Slim Shady by any chance? Or is it a different Shady? Oh, boardroom. Right, okay. Talk amongst yourself, guys. Okay. Radical, can you put them in the same place then, so I've only got to look into one place? Mike asks, what are your views of the new Star Wars film? Oh, hang on. Right, I can see what's going on here now. Adam L, what sports are you into? Is making YouTube videos a sport? Because if it is, that. If not, none, I'm afraid. Timothy Morris, have you thought about doing a video on the Mandela effect? He's dead, isn't he? So he can't be that effective. Lovely. I have actually, yeah. I've basically got, on my Discord server, I've got a room called the Creaky Cold Run. And I've also got a list, because I like lists. And when somebody puts something... Are my glasses wonky? Or is it my head that's wonky? Oh, dear me. What was I saying? I've gone blank. What was I saying? Oh yeah, my list. So I've got a list, and when somebody puts a video suggestion in the Creaky Cold Run on my Discord server, I add it to my list, and I'm slowly working my way through it. So when you see my videos on a Tuesday and a Friday, I'm not just randomly plucking them out of thin air. Sometimes I do. If I don't like the look of what's next on the list, I just move it about a bit. Wonky ears. Correct. My glasses have a very odd adjustment on them. Everything about me's wonky. Dum 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 dum. Do you know any flat ads? I know two. Second super chat of Generally Shady, Slim Shady's long lost brother. Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell the flat ads. $5. Thanks, buddy. It's appreciated. Right, what's going on here then? Oh, Mark Green. Who's Mark Green? Do you think flatties would believe the Globe even if they got a ticket on a Virgin Atlantic? Do you think flatties would believe the Globe even if they got a ticket on the Virgin Galactic plane? Uh-oh. Probably not. Who? What? Who was that? Shit, I'm so good at this. Mark Green. Probably not. No, they would... think about it like this. Whatever... I don't get that many negative comments on my video from flat earthers because of the way I approach my videos. Just basically acting like an idiot and trying to make you guys laugh, which hopefully I do. They never really seem to have anything to come back at me with, apart from the mistake I made in Friday's video, but none of them have noticed. Woo! So I've lost my train of thought again. So yes, Mark Green. Green? Mark? Green Mark? Mark Green? Are you green or are you Mark Green? Or are you Mark and you're painted green? What? Hang on, I need to compose myself. Yes, they would basically just do what they do with every other piece of evidence presented to them and just say that it's fake or it's the doing of NASA. They just wouldn't be able to accept it because I think I've actually said that in a video. It's going to be hysterical because I don't know, I'm no expert obviously, but I would think that possibly in the next 10 to maybe 15 years space flight is going to be available to the general public. Generally Shady, another $5. Thank you, mate. Are you rich? 2,000 trailer park flat Ardians go round the outside, round the outside. Are you going to pledge $5 to my to my super chat for each line of that song? Because if you are, it's going to be a very A very financially rewarding stream. Thank you, mate. Honestly, you don't need to do any more. Unless you want to. Perhaps you should go up a step for each line. Sort of 2, 5, 10, 15. It'd be into the thousands by the time we get to the last line. Right. So, yes, Mark Green, they would still say that in some way it's faked. I'm sure I saw something. Jen Morgan, do you have a dog? I do have a dog. I have a French bulldog and his name is Opie. And he's a little scrot. Hayden, is it Hayden? What am I drinking? Oh, I'm on the hard stuff tonight. Blackcurrant and apple squash. Hang on a sec, my camera is doing its own thing. Yeah, I actually think that I'm addicted to Pepsi Max. I think there's a real possibility I am. I probably drink between 8 and 10 cans of Pepsi Max every day. I buy 2 cases of 24 a week and drink them all myself. But I hardly drink alcohol at all. And I gave up smoking 5 years. Well, okay, I didn't give up smoking. I switched from tobacco to e-cigarettes 5 years ago. So I'm a good boy. Talsanai, £15 super chat. Thank you, pal. You have to watch the next Wales rugby match. It would take a hell of a lot more than £15 to get me to watch a rugby match, I'm afraid, mate. And I'm not suggesting you need to give me more. But no. Okay, why can the likes of Oakley have such huge figures with behind such? See you next Tuesdays. Because I won't say that either, Turquoise Laura. Flint Reed, why can the lies of Oakley have such a huge figures? I don't really understand where that question... What? Hang on, let me read it slowly. Why can the lies of Oakley, I assume that's Nathan Oakley, have huge figures while being behind? Sorry, I don't understand the question. Does that make me stupid? Possibly. Radical the Unhallowed Knight. Crazy Dutch guy. Not a question, but interesting. I drink the same stuff. Maybe that's why we're so strange. Speak for yourself, Radical. I'm not strange. I'm a perfectly well-rounded individual. I was a salesperson for a certain soft drinks company that isn't Coca-Cola for many, many years. Oh, generally shady again. Mate, if I thank you anymore, people are going to think I fancy you. Greedy blinder. I ain't rich, just love your channel and attitude. Thank you, mate. So, as I was saying, I'm addressing you, Radical the Unhallowed Knight. I was a sales rep for 10 years. A lot of years for... What? For Pepsi, basically. Or Britvic soft drinks, as they're known in the UK. and I used to have access to all the free Pepsi Max I wanted. I developed a taste for it, and now I'm on a 10 a day habit, which can't be good for me, which is why I've got a big giant belly, I'm convinced. So today is my first day going cold turkey from Pepsi Max. But I am drinking Robinson squash. Other squash brands are available. Anyway, that was really boring. Batman Forever, talk to me. What do you want me to say to you, Batman Forever? You tell me what you want to say to you and I will say it, as long as it doesn't involve swearing. Generally shady is NASA confirmed from 790. Ah, right, I've just noticed. The more... Is it the more you give on Super Chat, the longer it stays at the top of the screen, because Talsanai's £15 pledge is still there. That's awesome. Groovy Booby. Joey Buttafuoco. That's not a, that's from a film, isn't it? TV series. Have I seen Celtic 67's video on you? Yeah, it's good, isn't it? I've actually blocked him from my channel now because he was getting annoying. He wasn't really doing anything, but he just copies and pastes exactly the same comment all the time. How can you explain water conforming to the outside of a globe? And I got bored with it, so I blocked him. And that's when he had a paddy temper tantrum and made a video about me. It's not as good as Mr. Cheswick's song. Have you seen that? I'm in that as well. I feel so special. Right. I'm current. Turquoise Laura is current. I can't even speak tonight. Turquoise Laura is currently drinking Pepsi Max Cherry. Neat. I don't like the cherry one. I'm all about the original Pepsi Max. Mark Green, my wife used to work for Britvic in the Solihull office. I could well know her then, because I used to spend a lot of time at the Solihull office, which was highly inconvenient, seeing as I'm not from Solihull. And no, that's not your cue to ask me where I'm from, because it's a secret. But I am Welsh. I don't know if... Some people seem to think I've got an accent that gives away that I'm Welsh. But it obviously doesn't give it away that well, otherwise other Welshers wouldn't know where I was from by my accent. Oh, these that is nicer than Robinson's, and that's me saying no. Oh, sorry. Okay, lucky I read it quiet down, Turquoise Laura. I hope nobody heard it. Batman Forever wants to know, have you seen a Lego Movie 2? I haven't seen Lego Movie 1 either. I had a bad experience with Lego when my kids were still kids. Stood on it about 500 times when I was getting up for an old man pee in the night, in the dark. Don't stand on Lego. It's not fun. Celtic 67 is going potato about Mark Sargent. He wants to be cheese stick. Hello 790. How are you this evening, sir? AB Science. Ponty. Ponty Pandy? No, I'm not from there. I won't reveal where I'm from. But if anyone ever does guess, I'll still say no. You're a Valley by Aberdare, yeah. Max Mac. I got a good friend in Aberdare. Owns the tattoo shop on Swansea Road. Lee and Sean, you may know them if you've got any ink yourself. Two good men. Creaky, do you? You want me to do myself on camera? That's porn. I'd get a community strike, Timothy Morris. Although I'm fairly sure that's not what you meant. Chris Puncher, I think you would love my job then. Would I? What do you do, Chris? Tusk Music, you're from Rill, Nelia Scouser. No, I'm not from North Wales. I ain't no gog. No offence to any North Walians watching. Right, let's have a look how many people are watching. 98. Oh well, at least I'm not embarrassing myself in front of 100+ people. Wales isn't that big, they'll find you. They might. Do you know any flat ads outside the internet? Justin Lawrence asks. Why can't I speak tonight? Turn the camera on live and I can't get my words out. Timothy Morris, doesn't Wales have a train station with like the longest name? Yeah. Do you want me to try and say it? Right then. And if anyone is from North Wales and knows how to say it properly, this is definitely going to be wrong. And I'm reading this right, which is why I'm looking away. Is Llanfair, Pwll Gwyngyll, Gogeri, go. And that's exactly how you say it, and anyone who says it's not is wrong. Universal blasphemist, there is no way on this round earth that you just type that out without copy and pasting it from Google. Right. Jen, right. 790, everything is on. Jen Morgan asks, am I a Donald Trump fan? Oh yeah. You can't beat a Donald Trump as soon as you get up in the morning while you're checking your emails and seeing if you've got any new subscribers on YouTube. Unless that's not what you meant. If it isn't, I apologise. Yeah, Radical, this isn't Streamlabs OBS. I went back to the original OBS because while I was trying to activate that, I broke Streamlabs. So I had to use OBS. Right, what's going on here? Mod chat. Right. No more questions? I hope there's more questions, otherwise this live is gonna get very boring very quickly. Let's have a look in the actual chat. Jim R, it always amazes me how different British people are considering how small Great Britain is. Yeah. I'm guessing you're talking about accents. Because even where I live, the town I live has got varying accents depending on sort of which part of it. I'm spoilt, I am. That was Mrs. Blinder coming to fill my drink up for me. Right, what else have we got going on yet? Maybe because you're out of Pepsi. Chris Punch, or what's your what's your policy on lunch? I do eat lunch, yeah. Oh, hang on. Right, Justin Lawrence asked me, didn't he, about 7 weeks ago, do I know any flatards outside the internet? I've only ever met one, thank goodness. And I know I told this story in my last live stream, but I'm all about filling the time up. Yeah, I won't say his name or anything or where he's from, but he was a customer of mine. Bear with me 1 second, guys. I'm back. I know I've completely forgot. Oh yeah. Do I know any flatards outside work, outside the internet? One, he was a customer of mine. I'm a sign maker, graphic designer, and I sign wrote his minibus for him. And when he came to pick the minibus up, he started just, he's a real conspiracy guy. Now I know some conspiracies have been proven to be true, but in my humble opinion, a huge percentage of them are absolute shite, like the flat earth. And he just, and this was like a long time before I ever had any interest, before I ever made videos on YouTube, anything like that. And anyone who knows me in real life will know that I'm pretty straight. Not that kind of straight, but yeah, I'm, if I got something to say, I'll generally say it, but I'll never deliberately upset a person. That's not in my nature. But he started trying to talk to me about flat earth, and I hate to say it because it does make me sound like a bit of a dick, but I actually started laughing while he was trying to explain it to me, and he got all upset and butthurt. And I saw him a couple of years later in his new minibus, which I didn't sign right, so I'm guessing he's no longer a customer of the Creaky Blinder. So yeah, that's the flatard I know outside work. Busted Shark asks, how long have you been Welsh? I'm actually still in training, which is why my accent is a little bit all over the shop. Did she fill it like allegedly, Dave? No. Talsana asks, who is your favourite YouTuber in conspiracy stuff, earth stuff, like yourself? Do you mean who's my other favourite channel of a similar sort to mine? Nobody, because there are no other channels like mine. But I do really like Fight the Flat Earth, Simon Dan, Conspiracy Cats, Plan a Walk, Team Skeptic, because they all do this from a very different approach to me. They're all from scientific backgrounds. I'm not. So they've got a totally different approach to me. But they are the channels I watch, like every video they upload. And I'm sure there are others that I'm forgetting. Oh, how can... Oh. I may have to end the stream immediately in shame. How could I forget the funniest Dutchman on YouTube? Radical, the Unhallowed Knight. And there are others, Brainy Beaver, there's loads. Zach Hooper asks, is being Welsh sexually transmitted? Is being Welsh as a condition, treatment is available? Yeah, I've heard. Talsana says, you can't be Welsh, you don't like rugby. I can't help it, it's boring. Who wants to watch a load of men wrestling each other and grabbing each other's bits and bobs? It's gross. Have you earned your wellies yet? What does that mean? I got wellies? Oh, Tao Ting Tang TCA. I can't say his name. Nobody's ever taught me how to say his name. Tau Ketty Alpha. Is it Dan Palatino? Radical. Fight me, bro. Yeah, it was spread by Tom Jones. Yeah, Tom has definitely spread his seed. I've got an interesting story about Tom Jones. Do you want to hear it? Tell me yes or no in the chat if you want to hear my Tom Jones story. Creaky swore, he said, shit. What? I didn't say anything of the sort, S2000 GT. Don't be so rude. Do you have a valley in your back garden? No, only grass and some fence. Do 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 do. Right then, Mark Green asks, have you seen the UK tour videos by Roxanne and her clan? What are your thoughts on this? I've not seen anyone do videos on this. Do you mean the Flat Earth tour, Mark Green? Right, while I wait for Mark Green to respond, Universal Blasphemous, just call me Ub. Okay, Ub. What software do you use to make videos? I use Filmora because it's really easy to use and it's a really quick process. Personality aware, I've not got any Welsh jokes. I got loads personality aware, but I'm not going to tell any because they're all derogatory. Multi-Tom, send me a link. Link to what? Ah, I know who you are. No. Who's Stephanie Sylvester? And why are you hiding a S2000? Only because I'm not sure, and that's why I'm asking. Multi-Tom is a flat earther, aren't they? Can the mods keep an eye on them? Because this is for fun, not to aggravate me on a Sunday night. I missed church today, so I'm feeling sad. Ah, Sean, I got a terrible memory. Of course, I like your channel. I'm nearly always there for your lives. My Tom Jones story. Okay, it's not very good, mind. Don't get too excited. Sorry, my finger slipped. You know what happens then, don't you? S2000, one slip of the finger and you're in the shit. So, my Tom Jones story. Where my sign shop is, there's a tyre garage in the near vicinity. And the old man that owns it, Brian, hell of a nice bloke, in his late 70s, early 80s. And back in the very late 50s, early 60s, Tom Jones basically was a pub club singer. And but there was more to it. He used to approach working men's clubs, him and his gang. There was 4 or 5 of them, I think. And this is true. Well, it's as true as Brian, the old man next door, told me. And Tom would offer his services as a male vocalist for a very low rate. And while Tom was on stage singing, his friends, accomplices, would be stealing the lead off the roof of the clubs, and then they'd go and weigh it in at the scrapyard and make more money that way than Tom was making by singing. And the reason that the old man next door to my sign shop knows him is because he was the scrapyard that used to buy the stolen lead off him, which then led to him sharing a jail cell with Sir Tom Jones. Oh, why is everyone mentioning panties? Can you see I'm naked from the waist down then? I had to have a shower before I started my live stream. Woody UK says, AB Science, you missed nothing. That's just hurtful. I'm doing my best. Mark Green, yes, the Flat Earth tour. I think it shouldn't be allowed, personally, Mark. Because they bang on about we're indoctrinated, and they are then organising. When was the last time you stumbled across an event in your local town just reinforcing the fact that the Earth is a sphere? You never have, have you? Because we don't need to. Because it's known. So, no, I strongly disagree with the Flat Earth tards doing a tour with their ridiculous, unprovable, but also unfalsifiable beliefs. Talsanai, what did I miss? What shouldn't be allowed? Me going live, basically, I think is the general consensus. So I hope that answers your question, Mark Green. It probably didn't, but yeah. Right. That's not unusual. You're right, personality aware. It's not unusual. There's another channel you definitely want to have a look at now, guys. He's in the chat now, unless he's got bored and buggered off. Personality aware or Red Flag Rick. He's kind of similar to my channel in a way, because all the other guys go after the flat Earth using science. I go after them using anything. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. But Rick, personality aware, Red Flag Rick, looks at, and I've touched on this a little bit in a couple of my videos. Ooh, somebody just said chicken in the chat. Chicken chat. Did Tom Jones steal a chicken? No, he stole lead, Sean Hawkins, and then weighed it in at the scrapyard. Hiya, Marvel Girl. Yeah, you are late. Hang your head in shame. I gotta stop looking over at the chat because it completely distracts me. I can't even remember whose question I was answering now. I have got the memory span of a senile goldfish. Do 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 do. Ooh. Thank you, Mistake Not, for the $4.90. Now you just call it £5 super chat. And I will go back over the super chats at the end, because as I'm proving minute after minute, my what? My memory is rubbish. Right, okay, so I've just remembered what I was talking about. Personality aware, yeah. If you're not subscribed to Personality Aware or Red Flag Rick, I'm sure that Rick, are you still here? If you are, let me know in the chat. Everybody needs to go and subscribe to his channel, because what he does, he looks at the behavior behind the sorts of people. Like he's just done an excellent video on Nathan Oakley, pointing out how much of a gigantic peen arse we all already know he is, but he looks for sort of red flags in their behaviour, hence the name Red Flag Rick. And his Nathan Oakley video is well worth a watch, as is the rest of his channel. I think he posts a video every day, you know, like a morning coffee sort of live feed where he just chats to people. Yeah, Personality Aware, if you're here, post a link to your channel, the one you want people to subscribe to, because it really is interesting. Right. Talsanite, does Pepsi Max make your hair fall out? No. Shall I tell you why I'm bald? I went bald by accident. And it wasn't an actual accident. But this is what happened. When I was about, I don't know, 28, 29, maybe 30, I thought it'd be really cool to like be bald, to look all tough and leery, and after about 4 or 5 years then, I was like, I don't want to be bald anymore, it's rubbish. And my hair wouldn't grow back properly. Now I've just got the old side pasties and a few strands on the top, so bald is the way forward for the Creaky blinder. Vesta Fraser, my god, you are as bald as a cue ball. Well spotted. I knew I should have worn my hat tonight. No, it's not Ribena. Can't afford Ribena, yeah? It's Robinson's Apple and Black Currant, actually. UB, or Universal Blasphemist. Right, how long have we been running? And has anyone had an... Oh, we've lost some people. Oh. Christ Puncher. I'll give you some of my hair. Yes, bag it up and send it to me via the internet. There we are. There's something else I'll take opinions on. I had an email on Monday from a company. Evening, they and them. How are you doing? I had an email on Monday from Bring Back the Flat Hat from Mactoon. Is it you? Oh, I don't want to put my hat on in the house. And I've got a new special light so it doesn't glare off the top of my head. Oh, see, I've done it again. Right, so if I copy that, and then, sorry guys, click by there, paste that. Oof, shizen. Right, everyone, the link I just shared, click on it now and go and subscribe to Personality Aware. You won't be disappointed. It's a really cool channel. And I've completely forgotten what I was saying again. But there we are, what can you do? Bad boys, what you gonna do? Oh, somebody in the chat said I'm sexy. I bet it was a bloke. It's always a bloke. Let's have a look. It doesn't matter anyway. Oswald Greco. Ah, so you are one of my subscribers. Oswald Greco is the guy that did a really cool picture of me that I showed in one of my videos. Bye, Kelbo. Thanks for coming. Oh, got an email. Thanks, Daryl Shields. I got the worst memory in the world. I'm like a pleb. All I gotta do now is remember what the email was about. No, I remember what it was about. Maybe this makes me overly suspicious, but I can't help it. Something, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm talking about the email again now. So I get an email from a company saying that they wanna Rapid X. Welcome, sir. Yes, asking me would I like to do a sponsored video for them. And I got all excited and thought, oh yeah, cool spot. Oh, crap. Bear with me momentarily. Oh my god. Oh, the old vein come out then. You know you're getting old when bending over becomes a one-way trip. Yeah. So they emailed me asking me would I like to do a sponsored video, and I got all excited. Oh yeah. I want to do a sponsored video. That'd be really cool, really cool. And they wanted to send me. They wanted to send me masks, which on the face of it I could have found quite offensive, especially because when I looked at their website, they were nearly all animal masks. And there was a Donald Trump mask for the person who asked me earlier, do I like Donald Trump? And I replied to them asking, you know, what they'd want out of it, this, that, and the other. But I don't know, it just seemed like a weird thing to want me. So can you imagine how different this live stream would be if I was sat here wearing a horse mask? I just take care, Universal Blasphemous. I'll catch you later, buddy. No star. Yeah, how different this live would be if I was sat here wearing a horse's head. I don't know. No. And anyway, I digress. They asked me for my address, and that's where I stopped emailing them back, because I instantly got all suspicious and thought it could be somebody just trying to dox me. But then the other side of me, I was like, well, if it was somebody trying to dox me, they'd be offering me something a bit more enticing than a horse's head mask, wouldn't they? Maybe? I don't know. But anyway, that's my email story. Riveting, wasn't it? Oh, generally shady, you crazy cat. Why did the flurf cross the road? Who cares as long as they get hit by a truck? Oh, dear God alive. Right. Radical, I'm not sure what that means. I know what Twitch is. I'm not that old. Talsana, do you think Oakley puts on the arsehole personality to us, or do you generally think he's... No, I actually think he's like that in real life. And if you subscribe to Personality Aware and watch his Nathan Oakley video, it'll become abundantly clear why I think that. But I always did think that, because what you generally find, and this is, again, it's only my opinion and only my experience, the way somebody appears to be, unless they're a very good actor, is quite often the way they are. A leopard can't really change its spots. And there are so many telling things with Nathan Oakley. I think he is that much of a dick in real life as well. Hello, Simon Ross. Solar DNA, shame on me. Shame on me for what, Solar DNA? For going live without a plan? I've been going an hour and 10 minutes by just winging it, so... Logical troglodyte. Hello. McToon. If I build hot cross buns with mixed peeled raisin, could I mail them to you for you to eat? I'll consider it, McToon. Chad Waller and Nathan Oakley is a tool. No comment. This will be a no comment interview. Oakley is indeed a tosser of the first water. I'm getting the feeling that there's not many fans of Mr. Oakley in the live chat. Okay, where are we going next? Where should we take this next? Does anybody else have any questions? Anything good? Anything interesting? What do you want to know? You must want to know something. Soz. Because I myself am incredibly nosy. And most people are. So fire away. Jen Morgan says Nathan Oakley wouldn't last 5 minutes in an American biker bar. Yep. Nathan Oakley because Scientologists need somebody to mock. Yes, they do, Sean Hawkins. And you've just reminded me of something I wanted to ask in this live stream. Am I going on too long, guys? Be honest, I won't be offended. I feel like I've got about another hour in me. With a snoz like that, of course, you'd be nosy. That's just rude, A2T production. AT2 Productions. Yeah, I am nosy, but everyone's nosy. The difference is I'm happy to admit I'm nosy. Bob Hills, Oakley is, he is. He is, you're right. It's nearly Christmas. Talsanai, any conspiracy theory you think might be true? Thank you, 82 Productions. Oh no, that's an apple. How'd you do it? Oh no, that's an Illuminati diamond. But you know what I meant, AT2, A2T, R2T2. I don't know. Talsanai. I really don't know. I'm sure there will be. But then again, there's nothing. There's nothing that I can think of off the top of my head that I've got any doubt over. Because the thing is, a lot of the conspiracies that are out there now, they're just too incredibly ridiculous to be true in any way, shape or form. But I suppose never say never. Oswald Greco, Oakley have no guests in his debates. He has hostages. Yes, he does, Oswald Greco. Did any of you see Bob the Science Guy's video from last week? I think it may have been last Wednesday or Thursday. Where he went into Nathan Oakley's live. I'm not going to call it a debate because a pretentious little scrote like him doesn't debate. He just drags people in there, shouts over them, not allowing them the chance, calls bullshit on everything he disagrees with, and then mutes them when he sees he can't get anywhere. But Bob the Science Guy is actually a GP, a general practitioner, from what I understand. I know he's American. But the way Nathan Oakley and and Anthony Riley was speaking to him. It was just disgusting. They're a pair of spanners, and they were speaking to this highly educated guy as if he was simple, as if he was a simpleton. And it was, I couldn't even finish the video, because there are some professions that deserve the utmost respect, and doctors are one of them. And for them to speak to Dr. Bob in that way, it was it was bad. It was really bad. But that being said, I don't know if they're aware that he's a doctor, because they were just referring to him obviously as Bob the science guy, and trying to pick apart. Oh, well, if you're the science guy, show us some science. Rubbish. Zach Cooper says, I like Bob the science guy and Simon Dan. Thanks, Zach. I don't feel left out at all. Amy Hogan says they were disrespectful. They were, Amy Hogan. But again, I don't know if they're aware that Bob is an actual real-life doctor that saves people's lives and treats... It just drove me nuts. Massively, massively disrespectful. Oh, generally shady. Can only write a few words here, but please read more below. My conspiracy theory. Okay, I'm looking out for it. Generally shady. Fire away. Marvel Girl says super chat of love. What does that mean? Ah, right. Are you typing generally shady? Give only feed us enough cash and stop us all from revolt. What? Sorry mate, I'm not sure what that means. Email it to me, thecreakyblinder@gmail.com. You can type to your heart's content down, and I will have a look at it while I'm still live. And if you're still here, I will reply. Govs. Govs? Zach Cooper says, here's something you'll never hear from a flat earther. I was wrong. Exactly, because they don't like to admit they're wrong. Whereas, I'm happy to admit I'm wrong, like I did at the beginning of this video. And I wasn't actually wrong, the figure was right. I just put the point in the... Well, put a point in there, and there shouldn't have been a point in there. But you get the idea. Does he really Dan Champion? I did not know that. $108 watching. 103 now. That's not bad, is it? 103 people watching a 46-year-old Welshman babble. Thanks, guys. McToon. Oh, yeah, you bought a Creaky Blinder mug. Has it come yet, McToon? Because I don't know. I've never used Teespring before, so I don't know how quickly they dispatch the items. Oh, I'll have to have a look at that, Dan Champion. Share a link in the in the chat, or email me a link. thecreakyblinder@gmail.com. Sean Hawkins, thank you, Sean Hawkins. Women have magnets in their head that are activated when the camera is pointing at them. When the camera comes at their heads. Oh, I dare say they do. Flat Earth skeptic. Creaky Blinder, we should come up with a conspiracy to see if flat ads buy it. I'm sure they would, Flat Earth skeptic. They seem to buy anything. And the further away from the possibility of it being true, the better. Right. Guys, can you give me 5 minutes? No, not 5 minutes. 2 minutes. I've literally got to step away from the computer for 2 minutes. If you get bored and bugger off, I understand. If not, I'll see you when I get back. Sorry, I didn't turn my mic on. Thanks, AB Science. Right, it should be back on now. Everyone hush, she's back. Were you talking about me when I was gone? I swear. Radical says, I swear I saw you grind out of the corner of my eye and almost spat my Pepsi Max out also. Oh dear me. Oh, it's bloody boiling in this room. Okay, Flat Earth Skeptic. Custard Earth and the Supercat Overlord. Is that a thing? Could be. Sounds plausible to me. It's no more ridiculous than people thinking the Earth is flat, is it? Let's be honest. Do you know, was it Mark Green? The guy that... Turquoise Laura. Marvel Girl sent you, so I'll have a look now. Talk amongst yourselves, peeps. Scooby Dooby 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 Dooby. Elevator music. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Okay, let's have a quick look at the super chats because I'm fairly sure that I have missed some. Right, okay. Generally shady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 super chats. $27 in total. Generally shady, you, sir, are a nutcase, and I am very, very grateful. Super chat off Talsanai, £15. Says I have to watch rugby. Sorry, no. Sorry, not sorry. It would take a lot more than £15 to make me watch rugby. Blah, 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 blah. Mistake not, $4.99. He's in the pub, so yeah, okay, I've read that one out. Rapid X. Did I address that, Rapid X? How many flat earthers have I found common ground with? None. Because their ground is flat. Mine is on the surface of a sphere. Sean Hawkins with me. Yeah, we just did that one. The PDX Skeptic. Oh, he's going like that. The old mind control trick. The old Stewie Griffin. Just joined your Patreon. How do I get a Discord invite? Love watching you babbling, by the way. I will... I'm sure... I'm going to have to check again. I'm almost sure that there is a link. Which level did you join at, PDX Skeptic? Because... No, actually, I'm sure I said it so that the Patreon-only Discord is available to all patrons. Patrons. Patreons? Patrons. Ew. Damn. I'm checking for you now, PDX Skeptic. For God's sake. Notification. I don't know why that's not working. Can... Oh no. What? Huh? Can one of the admins put a link to my Discord? Ah, like that, Marvel Girl, perfect. And PDX Skeptic, if you let me know what your Discord username is, I will, or one of the other admins will what? Oh, you spotted that, Daryl, did you? I tried to vape with a cap open because I got a refill. One of the admins will assign you the Patreon role, which gets you access to the Patreon only room. So you feel special. Ah, generally shady. One more. Planner is a Facebook friend and would like to chat, mate. Chris. I'm assuming Plan R is Plan R walk. Dee. Close me lid. So me don't look like a fled. He's in He's in the... Oh, he's in there now. Is he... Scrava X. Irish Stew was practicing your new feed. The neighbours told me it was too loud. Must be flat, Dad. I'm getting really excited about this Irish Stew. Is it nearly ready to send to me? Ooh. Oh, the guy whose name I can't say is in here, is he? Somebody's gonna have to teach me how to say his name. Let's have a look. Oh no, I can't see him. Anyway, doesn't matter. Thank you, Marvel Girl. But there was no need, honestly. I have another question. Oh, Dan Champion has sent me the link to Bob's website. Thank you, Dan. I'm going to have a look at that. That's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Blinded you with science. You just like the way I say science. Harry Wheeler says, any evidence of flatness, any disproof of our gravity or outer space? That's my anti-Oakley impersonation. Yeah, the thing is, Harry Wheeler, right? Again, I'll repeat myself, it's only my opinion, but the burden of proof is with them. We already know that the Earth is a sphere, and we have known, and we have it backed up by thousands of years of scientific observations and research. So we don't need to prove anything. The only reason they keep asking us to prove and give examples is because it takes the focus away from them. And while we are busy scrambling around trying to prove to them something which has been known for thousands of years, it just gives them a little bit of breathing space, and then they don't have to worry about it. Like I haven't seen the Netflix Flat Earth doohickey. What's it called? The Thing. The documentary. But I've seen clips of it, and I've seen Team Skeptic's review of it, and Greater Sapien. So I'm pretty much aware of the rough gist of it. Now, just adjusted for his Welsh accent. I haven't got an accent. This is just how I do be talking, see, but behind the curve, thank you, Timothy Morris. I'm so good at this, and I have now forgotten what I was saying again. What flat? That's another Morris. What class did you think I'm from? I can't tell you because I don't even know where I live. Behind the is it good, TCA? Because I don't know how to say your name. I am going to have to watch it because I want to make a video about it, and obviously it's going to be difficult to do without watching it first. That's the part I was going to talk about. Rush F. Jeranism and his three-hole experiment. So, no, exactly, Radical. I'm not sure why people seem to think you have an accent either. It's bizarre. Truly baffles me. Yeah, it's three, where they shine the, shine the lights through the holes. And his only response is, interesting. Yeah, of course it's interesting, because you know that you've just shown in a documentary that you have no control over the editing of, that the Earth isn't flat. And you were one of the biggest names in the whole flat Earth community. So now you feel really stupid, as does Bob. Oh yeah, we don't, guys, we can't, we want to keep this to ourselves. We definitely don't want people finding this out because it'll be devastating for the flat earth. Yeah, it would be. But people know because you were mic'd up, you spanner. Has anyone seen Conspiracy Cat's video where Bob is claiming that gravity is just electromagnetism? Watch Conspiracy Cats, that's well worth a watch as well. Okay. S2000 GT, Jimmy Callahan, I've just subscribed. You have an S2000 GT. He does have an S2000 GT. And he loves it. AB Science Glory Hole, ouch. Yeah, exactly. Woody UK. Chad Wallace says, yeah, Cats is great. He is, he's really funny. And I don't think he realises how funny he is. So far, my favourite review came from Unirock and from Respect Your Intelligence. Do you mean reviews of the Behind the Curve documentary? Am I shrinking or has my camera moved again? Oh, bit of glare there. Cover your eyes, people. Sean Hawkins, I was on a chat with Bob and he completely denies saying what they saw. Exactly, Sean Hawkins. Denial is all they've got. So, this video is on Netflix, one of the biggest streaming platforms in the world. How can he possibly deny it? It's like if I say now, I don't know, what can I say? I'm drinking blackcurrant and apple squash. That's there forever now because this video will be on YouTube forever. How can I then deny that I was drinking blackcurrant and apple squash during this live stream? I can't, because there's evidence to show I was. And it's lovely. So yeah, that's what he's doing. The standard flat hard response, denial or call bullshit. And he's trying to do both. Creaky, a bald head is just a solar panel for a sex machine. Yes, it is. Or it was. Is it a flat hard named Bob? Yeah. Globebusters Bob. I forget his surname. Somebody put in the chat Bob's name. Something like Evil Knievel. Bob Knievel. Bob. The builder. And people will believe in him. Yeah, I know, Sean. It's ridiculous. It's... there we are. So you've now got your new telescope, Sean, haven't you? It would be like you trying to now deny that you set up a GoFundMe page to buy that telescope. It would be like you now trying to claim, oh no, I just used my own money. I didn't. Nodell, that's it, Bob Nodell. Do you get what I'm saying, Sean? You can't deny that that's how the telescope was purchased because you've documented it on YouTube. And you wouldn't deny it anyway because you're not a weirdo. Bob Nobdell. Oh, Bob Nodell. So he's a Bob, but he's got no Dell. Other computer brands are available. Sideshow Bob, quite possibly. Every time Bob gets mentioned, we get a whole list of Bobs. Bob. Exactly, Sean. Yeah. So, do you know what I mean? Bob Nodell trying now to say that he didn't say it is just as ridiculous as you trying to deny the GoFundMe or me trying to deny my blackcurrant squash. Absolute load of old pantyhose. Bob No Life, yes indeed. Yes indeedly doodly. Turquoise Laura says, and you can delete stuff all you like, but it's still out on the internet. Yeah, exactly, because does he honestly think that saying something as idiotic as that somebody isn't going to have screen captured it or downloaded his video and saved it for prosperity? It's obvious. It's obvious. That ain't squash. It is generally shady, I swear. If you get a chance, look up Vegan Warrior. I'm aware of Vegan Warrior, and I actually made a video about, it was before I started doing flat earth videos, and it was about, I can't even remember what the title of my own video was, but you know, like extremist vegans, the kind that go into Greg's and threaten to kill everyone for eating pasties. But it went down like a fart in church, so I don't think I'll be making another vegan themed video. And I got no problems with vegan. I've got a vegan in my family, and that's not what my issue was. But my issue was with this particular vegan whose name escapes me. Have a look, it's on my channel, it's one of the older videos. Just trying to ram his beliefs down people's throats. Vegan Warrior gets tired quickly, says S2000 GT. I dare say he does, mate. Vegan Artsies. It was something like that, yeah. Anyone bored yet? Because I got about another 15 minutes in me, I think, and then I'm out there. Right, let's see what everyone's saying in the chat. Oh, smoke if you got them, or vape. Yeah, video pirate. Have you seen the video then? He was being interviewed by Jeremy Vine. I'm thinking of going vegan, not because I love animals, just because I hate plants. I'd like to think that everyone who's watching now has seen my... Was it this week I did it, or the week... Yeah, no, it was this week, the Hans Conspiracies by Hans 4. Well, in the comment section of that video, I was getting told that he's released a video now saying that plants are transgender. Yes, Video Pirate. He was being interviewed by Jeremy Vine on the good old Beeb. And he got very offended that Jeremy had a ham sandwich. What do you mean Jeremy Vine deliberately took a ham sandwich to work with him on that particular day where he knew he was interviewing a vegan extremist? Of course he didn't. Of course he didn't. Any plans for an outside broadcast? Oh, it's freezing. I got the window open. Does that count? Step away from the screens? That's as close as an outside broadcast as I'm going to come. I use the same vaping unit. Nice sturdy thing. It is, Daryl Shields. It is very sturdy. Apparently you can run it over with a car, but I've not tried that yet. Have you? S2000 pansies are suspect. Suspect of what, S2000? So, to all my Patreons watching now, does this make up for all the times that I've cocked up putting my Patreon names at the end of my video? Do you think it's necessary for me to put the names of my Patreons at the end of video? Do you think I'm saying Patreon too many times in... even in the devil? Not the actual devil. Surely. My uncle vapes. Does he Batman Forever? It's the way forward. Smoking's bad. Bacon is the best cure for veganism. Maybe I shouldn't have read that out loud. I hope there aren't any vegans in here. Yeah, so is that making up for... I didn't think that through properly, did I? I probably should have put that across the bottom because I've got my new swanky white sign. And, yeah, I really didn't think that through, did I? I know what I'll do. I'll do that so that it's on the grey. That's better. I thought I was a bit low to the ground. Soz. I'm just not very professional. I quit smirking. Maybe I've been doing this too long now. Who said that? Where's he gone? Deathpool Wilson quit smirking 8 years ago. Yay. I quit smirking 5 years ago. Yay. And bacon vape. Ugh. Anyone who has switched from smoking cigarettes to vaping e-cigarettes will know how much better it makes you feel, and it really, really does. But I'm not one of these reformed, oh, you smoke, that's disgusting. Is that real, Radical? Can I see that comment? I've got a comment on my Witch Inanna Snow video. You could name your sword Creaky Blinder. It's dull, but still pointy enough to poke somebody's eyes out. Oh, there's me thinking that none of the flatards loved me. Right. I quit smoking 10 minutes ago, but I'm about to relapse. Try and be strong, Christ puncher. 329 days without a cigarette. Well done, Sean Hawkins. I actually found it really easy to do because I'm a bit of an all or nothing type of personality. So, as I said earlier on, very boringly, I've decided that my big giant belly is because I drink about 2 cases of Pepsi Max a week. So about 50 cans of Pepsi Max a week, which is ridiculous. And I could have just decided to cut down a little bit, but I can't. I've either got to have Pepsi Max or have no Pepsi Max. There's no middle ground for me. That's just how I roll. Generally shady. Right, I'm starting to worry now that generally shady is generally steaming in a pub somewhere, and that's why he keeps giving me $5 super chats. Not that I'm ungrateful, because I am most definitely not. I am grateful whether somebody gives me a $5 super chat or a dollar super chat. Doesn't matter. They all mean the world to me. But I've never had anybody in any of my streams, this is my second one, give me so many super chats. So, generally shady, sir, I thank you again. Yes, Turquoise Laura, 50 a week. I buy 2 cases of 24 every single week. I'm actually making inquiries right now as to whether or not I can sue PepsiCo for creating an addiction. I'm not really. Do you miss sucking a fag? No, and I don't miss smoking either, S2000 GT. Do you like the new flavour cherry Pepsi Max? I don't. Jahum 2000. And stop talking about Pepsi Max. I'm trying not to drink it. I'm going cold turkey. Look at me, I'm glowing. I'm sweating. 10 years ago, I weighed 260 pounds. I stopped drinking soda and all this. Yeah, Sean, I really think I'm not massively overweight. I'm not like fat everywhere. I've just got like a really big belly. It's not that big really, but it's big enough for me to not want to have it anymore. And I'm convinced that it's Pepsi Max doing it, because I don't eat that much. You know, I like a packet of crisps and a bar of chocolate as much as the next guy, but I'm certainly not, you know, I haven't continuously got my nose in the trough, so to speak. I've cut down on coffee. I only drink 2 cups of coffee a day, Deathpool Wilson. I drink loads of apple and blackcurrant squash. I buy 2 large bottles, several pints a day. And that's my plan, Turquoise Laura, to be a squash guy instead of a Pepsi Max guy. Actually, Pepsi Max should be sponsoring this video, the amount of mentions they've had. It messes with your metabolism. Yeah, Sean, and I'm sure... No, I'm not sure. Why did I say I'm sure when I'm clearly not sure? Has Pepsi Max got a lot of caffeine in it? Because maybe that's why I constantly walk around like a chihuahua on heat. Don't like coffee, Talsani. That is how you say it, isn't it? Talsani. Because I was so pleased with myself and clever in Team Skeptic's stream that I knew how to say your name. I now hate to think that I said it wrong. Mountain Dew. I don't like Mountain Dew. That's a Pepsi product as well, Sean. Iron Brew. How's Scotland this evening, Carsten Top? No, that's not stereotyping at all. What do you mean? Damn, hit my spring again. Water for me, Flat Earth Skeptic. I do try to drink water, but I don't like it. I don't like it. That's what the max means. Actually, Sean, I have to be a nerd and correct you. It doesn't. It stands for maximum cola flavour. But I'm sure you're right about there being a buttload of caffeine in it, which is probably part of the reason why I don't sleep brilliantly. I'm going to have to make some adjustments to my setup for my next stream, because now that I've tilted the camera so that the super chats show so that the, what are these? Patreons. So that the Patreon show, I've had to hire my chair so that I don't look like Flat Earth Pirate talking to his camera. I can't reach the floor now. So I'm sitting on my new swanky chair, swinging my legs around like a 5-year-old girl. Okay, Creaky is like a really large Ted. I miss drinking water from North Wales where I am now, and it is basically lime scaly. Yeah, water... Oh, you don't live in Wales anymore, do you, Talsani? Yeah, water's weird. I know my brother lives in Hereford, and the water up there is different. It's not Welsh. It's not Dŵr Cymru. I guess Flirfs don't drink any carbonated soft drinks until you've gone flat. Oh, dear me. It originally... Sean Hawkins says, Pepsi Max. It originally meant that only guys named Max could buy it, but it turned out to be a bad business model. How short are you? I'm very short, Turquoise Laura. Why do you think I never video myself from the nips up, from the nips down? I'm like, have you seen RoboCop? Where they've got him on the stand? Where he's been taken apart by the bad guys? That's me. My wife has to push me around on a sack truck. I'm 5'9". I'm not that short. I'm average. Welsh water is our biggest export. It is apparently. S2000. Why baffles me. Irish stew, our water is brewed by leprechauns. Are you Southern Ireland or Northern Ireland Irish stew? Because I've got family in Southern Ireland and it is a beautiful part of the world. Guitars are the answer. Answer to what? It's bloody lovely in Pembrokeshire, mun. It's very posh in Pembrokeshire, isn't it? They even get out of the bath to have a pee. I thought you'd be around 6 foot. No. I am around. But I'm not around 6 foot. I'm around 5'9". What are you doing on Winnie the Pooh? I don't drink water. Demonic Davros, welcome sir, how are you? Hey, I'm the same height, we are average but awesome. Yes, indeedly doodly, as Ned Flanders would say. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, Deathpool Wilson. I think it's Robocop 2, where they smash him up and cut him to bits, and then he's basically just a chest, and no, the joke's gone now, I feel stupid. Amy Hogan, most adults are taller than me. I'm only 4'10". My wife is only 5'2", so my wife's little as well. Short ass. How tall are you then, S2000 GT? In your socks. Bum 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 bum. Right, there's some people asking me questions in the Discord, and I've literally only found them by accident. They're doing it in general chit chat. So maybe in future it might be a good idea for me to set up a dedicated room for live streams. But the PDX Skeptic asks me, what camera, mic, etc. are you using? For the live stream, I'm using a Logitech. It's just a 720p camera, but I've got a good light, so it'll do for now. For my videos, I use a Canon EOS M50 mirrorless, the little one, which is here actually. Shite. This is the camera I film all my videos on, and I'm trying very hard to save up my Patreon money so that I can buy an Elgato. Is it an Elgato Cam Link? So that I can do streams from my M50 as well, so that I've still got the depth of field and everything. You know, the blurry bit in the background, which I think looks really cool. Anyone bought one of Creaky's hoodies? What are the sizes like? I know that Fight the Flat Earth has bought a t-shirt. And Turquoise Laura's bought a t-shirt as well. And not Dan, sorry. Simon Ross. That's funny. It's not funny. You were born in Hereford and your name is Ross. Mountains aren't funny, they're just hill areas. Very good, Flat Earth Skeptic. See, you've all put me off now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was talking to PDX Skeptic, and my microphone is Blue Yeti, which is pretty cool, because I've got this thing about the sound being as important, if not more important, than the video quality. Because if my videos didn't look good, then absolutely no one would watch them. Because they're certainly not watching them to learn anything, are they? Let's be honest. Damn Creaky, I missed shitloads of this. Unfortunately, my friend, I'm afraid you've missed nearly all of it, because I was literally just about to start winding it up and say goodbye to everyone. Because I've been going now for... How long have I been going, guys? How long have I been going, guys? I've been going for... What? No, I've been going longer than an hour. Holy Testicle Tuesday. That's definitely wrong. Am I actually live, or have I just been talking to myself all this time? Yeah, people are getting fed up of it now because it's dropped down to 84 subs. Bye bye Batman Forever Await. So it shows 2 hours Amy Hogan, does it? Yeah, because if I look at the control room for the live, it only shows I've been going 58 minutes, which is a bit bizarre. But anyway, I digress. Yes, generally shady. I do go on and on and on, unfortunately. Jen Morgan only seems like 30 minutes. You're so pleasant. Thank you, Jen Morgan. I do try to be as pleasant as possible. I don't see any point at all in animosity, causing arguments, or... Unless, of course, you're a flat earther. Then I will be as antagonistic and as disrespectful as I can possibly manage. Since you stopped, Kristen Top. Since I had a wee break, maybe. Yeah, but I didn't actually go offline. I just put up my Back in a Momento card. Deathpool Wilson, what music are you into? This might surprise you, Deathpool Wilson, but I'm into classical and opera. No, I'm not. I'm into all sorts of things. Video pirate, the Welsh, you can never get rid of them. No, you're right there. Deathpool Wilson, I've got a very, very wide taste in music. I was brought up on 50s and 60s rock and roll. Little Richard, Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis Presley, Fats Domino, Buddy Holly, to name but a few. And then in my teenage years, which, you know, I was into 90s hip-hop. No, I wasn't. I was into hip-hop and rap. I was a break dancer and a graffiti artist that never got caught because I could run faster than my friends, and they used to get caught, I didn't. Because I was bigger than them, they wouldn't grass me up. And now I'm just into a bit of everything, really. Just, if it's a good tune, I like it. But I cannot stand dance music. Pointless. Completely pointless. What a load of old tosh. What is your favourite place online? YouTube is my favourite place online. Flat Earth Skeptic, I like your videos, you're a cool guy. I'm not very cool at the moment because I am sweating like a sweatist. But thank you, Flat Earth Skeptic. I need to see you breakdancing. Yeah, but at Turquoise Laura, at my age now, it would be a completely different type of breakdancing. Talsanai, it's been lovely to have you, pal, and I will see you again soon. Must have been midget. No, Turquoise Laura, my breakdancing days are long behind me. 90s Euro dance was good. No, it wasn't. If it's got the word dance in it, it wasn't good. Creaky likes ASMR music. Ugh. Right then, you lovely people. I've kept you for 2 hours. I don't want to bore you anymore. And my bum is starting to ache now, sitting in this chair for so long in one place, and it's even worse now since my legs are swinging. So I am gonna call it a night, and let me very quickly though before I go, because I want to. I think, yeah, the only one I haven't mentioned is the last one from Generally Shady. I give up drinking, now I guzzle, sacrifice myself to save others. Yeah, I've covered them all. I'm out here, peeps. Take care. Thanks for coming, and we'll do this again soon. It's been fun. Bye.